Hello everyone and welcome back to more Saya no Uta. So, as I seem to recall in the last video, Saya had a surprise for us which was involving Yo. Quite interested in this considering the phone call that we also received from Yo where she claimed that she was melting. So, this has been a long time coming, I'm sorry for the wait, but let's finally see what Saya has in store for us. Close your eyes and don't open them until I say so, okay? Okay. I have no idea what's going on, but I do as Saya says and close my eyes. She takes my hand and leads me up the stairs. So this surprise she has for me must be up on the second floor. As I wonder what it could be, the sound of something crying upstairs reaches my ears, putting me on guard instantly.
Saya, 上に何かいるんじゃ。
Saya, is there something?
目を開けちゃダメ。
No peeking, she admonishes me, then strokes my arm soothingly.
危ないものじゃないから安心して。大丈夫。
Don't worry, it's nothing dangerous. Alright. I'm sorry if you can hear my dogs barking, guys, I just won't get the picture. The voice gets louder and louder as Saya leads me up the stairs. The unmistakable sound of a person sobbing miserably is coming from the bedroom, telling me that Saya has let someone else into our home. First, I'm amazed that she can be so careless after what happened to her 2 days ago, but then I realise that something is strange. I hear someone sobbing in misery? Isn't Saya the only one whose voice can carry such clear emotion to me? Although I still have my eyes closed when Saya leads me into the bedroom, I know that there is someone moaning and trembling right in front of me. However, I smell none of the human body odour that normally turns my stomach.
さあ、ご対面。文則、目を開けて。
Okay, time to meet face to face. Open your eyes, Fuminori. I obey and open my eyes, and am struck dumb by what I see. Tsukuba Yo is lying on the blank, apparently. She's lying on the floor in the fetal position, without a scrap of clothing to cover her shivering body. When I first lay eyes upon her naked flesh, I am entranced by the sensuality of her generous proportions, far more mature than I would have expected from her usual pure and innocent appearance. Wait, forget about that. Why is she in my bedroom naked? Moreover, why is she... Oh, so I suppose Saya turned her into whatever she is. That's interesting.
どう、文則。この子の体、どんな風に見える？
Well, Fuminori, how does she look to you?
綺麗だ。でも、なんで僕にもちゃんと。
See, I don't see why Saya would want to do this, because doesn't she want Fuminori all to herself? And isn't it a bit backwards to then create somebody else that he could potentially desire? She's beautiful, but why can I... It doesn't make sense. There's no question that the naked woman in front of me is the Tsukuba Yo whom I remembered. She isn't the putrid creature whose attentions I found so unbearable after the accident. My senses recognise her as the human that she is.
この子ね。文則のことが好きだったんだって。
This girl likes you, you know? I do know. I've never told Saya, however. How did she find out?
だから私、この子の体を作り変えてあげたの。ちゃんと文則にも可愛がってもらえるような姿に。
I guess Saya wants him to be happy no matter what that would mean. Even if it meant that he loved someone else, I guess? So I decided to change her body into one that can be loved by you. Saya pauses to gauge my reaction, then continues with a satisfied nod. Or maybe this is a test. A test of his character.
私の同類にしてあげたの。
I made her like me.
どうして？どうやって？
What? How? I still don't understand what led Saya to choose Yo, but even more incomprehensible is what she just said. She changed Yo's body?
ねえ、文則。一昨日も言ったでしょ？私には他の生き物の体に細工ができるんだって。
Don't you remember what I said the other day? I have the ability to mould the bodies of other living things. Yeah, I remember. She said that she'd done something to my neighbour Suzumi's brain. I hadn't doubted her sincerity, but I hadn't seen what she'd done to Suzumi with my own eyes either. I guess that until now, I'd thought that she'd been half exaggerating. But now, with Yo like this...
隣のおじさんにしたような小細工じゃなくて、今回のは大掛かりな変換だったけど、でもこれが私の能力の本当の使い方なんだよ。
It was a big change this time. Not like the little tweak I made to the man next door, but this is how my abilities are really meant to be used.
実際にやってみたのはこれが初めてなんだけど。
This was my first time doing it though.
本当によ。
Is this really Yo? It might be a strange question considering that she looks exactly like Yo, but I know better than anyone that she's not supposed to look like herself to me. Yo finally notices my presence and turns her head to face me. I can see a faint glimmer of recognition in her glassy, unfocused eyes. It's the way Yo used to look at me. How could I forget it? This is far beyond mere cosmetic surgery. Once a twisted creature unrecognizable as human, Yo is now the very image of human femininity. There is no similarity between what she was and what she is, which means that Yo has become something utterly inhuman. According to Saya, she has become what Saya is.
人か人目の生態構造についてはね、サヤはもうこの星で一番のエキスパートなの。いっぱい勉強したからね。
No one on this planet knows more about the anatomy of Homo sapiens than I do, Saya declares, her voice filled with pride at her first creation. I studied a lot after all.
勉強って何を誰から学んだんだ。いつどうやって。
I suppose then she could offer to just turn everybody into these horrific sludge monsters, and then it would just be like Fuminori was walking around in a flesh country but filled with regular human beings, though I imagine it would be quite painful for everyone. Studied? How did you learn this? Who taught you? When? Where? She couldn't have learned it from Professor Ogai. No teacher on Earth would be able to impart such knowledge or skill to Saya. This is far beyond human capabilities.
だって毎日海のりの注ぎ込んでもらったじゃない。私の中に。
Come on, don't you remember what you've been filling me with every night? Oh, so I guess she's been learning anatomy from eating human carcasses. Saya blushes in embarrassment.
あれ、要は人間っていう生き物の設計図みたいなものだから。
That's like a blueprint for the human body.
私にはそれを読み解くことができるの。好きなようにいじることもね。
I can decipher it, and then I can bend it to my will. What is she, really? I've accepted that she isn't human, but there's more to her than that. Saya is something that far transcends my species.
でもね、やっぱり最初だったもんだから手際よくできなくって。
It was my first time though, so it didn't go as well as it should. When Saya approaches, Yo trembles in terror and tries to crawl away, but she is only able to flail her arms and legs wildly. It's like she doesn't know how to move her new body. And the only sounds coming out of her mouth are frightened moans.
喋れないのか。
She can't talk?
あいにく心の方は壊れちゃったみたい。
Yeah, Saya sighs, shaking her head regretfully. Unfortunately, her mind seems to have broken. You know what, I can fully understand why that might happen considering the circumstances.
なんだかんだで変身が終わるまでに20時間もかかっちゃったから、ちょっとかわいそうなことしちゃったかな。かなり苦しかっただろうし。
It did take a whole 24 hours for the change to finish after all. I feel a little bad for her. She must have suffered a lot. Yo looks up at me pleadingly, as though begging me to save her. She is no longer able to ask me for help though, nor even to call my name.
で、どう？気に入ってくれた？
Well? Saya asks, her eyes shining with anticipation. Do you like her? I'm at a loss for how to respond.
どうって
What do you mean?
だってふみのり、友達や家族が欲しいって言ってたでしょ。だからこれはさやからのプレゼント。
You said you wanted family and friends, didn't you? That's why I got this present for you. Her innocent explanation only confuses me further.
プレゼントっておいおい子犬か何かじゃあるまいし
I mean, probably to Saya, who I assume is a higher state of being, humans might actually be like puppies. A present? Come on, it's not like she's a puppy.
似たようなもんだよ。どうせ頭の中なんて真っ白なんだから。
There's not much difference. Her head is totally empty after all. But dogs are intelligent, they don't have empty heads. I'm happy that Saya wants to please me, but she could use a little more common sense.
いや人間一人を監禁し続けるっていうのは多分かなり厄介なもんだと思うよ
It's not that. Holding a person captive is probably a lot harder than you think.
大丈夫だよ。ほら、こうやって鎖でつないであるし。
Don't worry about it. Look, I have her chained up. Oh, this makes the situation so much better. The only thing preventing Yo from being totally naked is the leather collar around her neck. I have no idea where Saya got it from, but it's the kind of dog collar that would be sold in any pet store. And attached to it is a chrome chain that's fastened to one of the bedposts. This is like a bondage dream. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Yo tries to get away again, but Saya sends her sprawling with a tug of the chain. Yo falls clumsily to the floor, squealing in pain. Her actions are those of an unintelligent animal, just as Saya said.
それにこの子、どっちみち逃げ出して何かしようとか、そういう難しいことはもうできないから。
And besides, it's not like she can do anything complicated like escape and get help anymore.
ね、これでもうふみのりが心配することなんてないでしょ。
See? There's nothing for you to worry about, is there? Saya has a point. I was racking my brain trying to come up with a plan to kill Tsukuba Yo, but now my problem has been solved in a way that I'd never imagined. If a normal person looks upon her now, they'll probably see no trace whatsoever of the old Yo, and if she has no memories and can't even speak, it's perfect. Saya has killed Yo without taking her life. There's still the problem of what Saya means by giving Yo to me, however.
嬉しくない？
You're not happy? Saya asked dejectedly, her confidence suddenly gone, as though it was never there.
私、また何か勘違いしてた？ふみのりのこと困らせちゃった？
Did I misunderstand again? Is this a problem for you?
いや
No.
この子の世話はちゃんと私が一人でやるよ。ふみのりにめんどくさい思いなんてさせないよ。それでもダメ？
It is just like asking him if they can keep a pet. She clearly doesn't have a lot of respect for humans in general. I can take good care of her all by myself. I won't let her make things difficult for you. So, can she stay? That's not it. The last thing I want is to reject this symbol of Saya's affection. But how can I explain to Saya the reason that I can't look at the naked woman writhing on the floor?
そういうことじゃない違うんだ
It's not that. Yo is the first human figure besides Saya that I've seen in the 3 months since the accident, and she's a woman positively glowing with voluptuous feminine beauty. Of course I'm happy, but I also can't ignore the voice of reason that's telling me not to be.
嬉しいよ嬉しいんだけど素直に喜んでいいのかどうかさやのことを思うとさ
I'm happy, really, but if I show how pleased I am, I'm worried that you'll... Saya looks puzzled, as though she has absolutely no idea what I'm getting at.
いやだってほらこの子だって女の子だからさ
I mean, look, she's still a girl, right?
僕がさやの他に別の女の子と一緒に暮らすっていうのは 嫌じゃないのか。
Don't you balk at the thought of me living with another girl? After considering this briefly, Saya finally seems to understand what I'm trying to say.
そんな文則って考えすぎだよ。
Of course not, you're thinking too much. Maybe I'm worrying too much, although I'm pretty sure that I'm just showing the consideration that any man who's sworn his love to a woman would show. Or maybe Saya doesn't understand that a man faced with a woman's naked body can't help but react regardless of his feelings.
おかしい。本当に優しいんだね、文則って。
How funny! You really are kind, Fuminori.
そうか。
Yeah?
この子はね、文則のこと喜ばすためだけにさやが用意したの。
I only did this so that she would be able to please you.
文則がこの子のこと好きになって、この子と過ごすのを楽しいって思うようになってくれたら、それだけさやも嬉しいんだよ。
Guys, this is a really messed up relationship they have. If you like her and enjoy spending time with her, then I'll be happy too.
それ遠慮するようなことじゃないよ。
You have nothing to be shy about.
こう言っちゃなんだが。
I hate to say this, but I struggle to find the right words to express my true feelings.
男ってものすごく下劣な生き物だから。
Men are, well, really depraved creatures, and
ほら、ヨウの体ってサヤの裸とはまた全然違う特徴があるだろう。
I mean, Yo's body has features that are totally different than yours, right?
これってサヤのこと好きだって思う気持ちとは全然別のところで、かなり気をそそられるってのが。
So, even though it's totally different from my love to you, I can't help but, get aroused. With each word that I squeeze from my lips, Saya seems more and more amused, until finally she starts shaking with laughter.
わかるわかる。文則は男の子だからそれでいいの。正常な本能だよ。
I know, Saya exclaims jovially, patting my shoulder with one hand and wiping tears of mirth from her eyes with the other. There's no reason to be ashamed of your natural male instincts, is there?
じゃあさ、この子を可愛がるときはさやも一緒に混ぜてよ。さやの体だけじゃできないような遊び方、みんなで楽しもうよ。ね？
If you're really that worried, let me join in when you play with her. We can enjoy ourselves in ways that we couldn't when it was just the two of us. Okay? Okay, so now there's an implied forced threesome involving somebody of whose mind has been broken by, I don't know, this is all kinds of weird.
いいのか。
Are you sure? I ask again, as though trying to force her to say no. Saya answers me with a smile that I've never seen before. It is calm, so terribly calm, and there is something bewitching about the soft set of her lips that makes it wholly unlike her usual bright, childish smile.
文則とさやは恋人同士。で、つくばようはそんな二人のペット。
You and I are lovers, and Sakuba Yo is our pet.
この子は私と文則に可愛がられるたびにそのことを思い出すの。これから毎日ずーっとね。
She'll be reminded of that when we play with her, every day from now on. I finally know why Saya chose Yo, for the venom in her voice and smile does not escape me. Although she can no longer answer if asked, Yo would surely have chosen to be killed rather than to meet this end. I have no doubt that she is experiencing now is a fate worse than death, which is the very reason that Saya did this to her. How wicked and terrible Saya is. Perhaps others would fear and loathe her. To me, however, her malevolence is irresistibly charming. The horrifying cruelty of what she has done to Yo is so very human. Though her shape may be different, her soul is the same as ours. When I look upon Yo's wretched form, I see the intensity and passion of Saya's love for me, for the flames that have consumed Yo are fueled by that very love. I find myself enthusiastically accepting Saya's present.
サヤは気に入ってるのかい、このペットのこと。
Saya, do you like this pet too?
とっても綺麗で触り心地もいいんだよ。
Yeah, she's very pretty and feels good to touch.
そうか。じゃあ二人でこいつと遊ぶ時もさやはさやで楽しめるんだね。僕が遠慮することはないね。
So, you'll be able to enjoy playing with her too, right? I don't have to hold back, do I?
もちろん。
Of course I will. Grinning happily, Saya grabs the chain and pulls Yo to her feet.
ねえ海のり、触ってごらんよ。柔らかくて気持ちいいよ。
Try touching her, Fuminori. She's really nice and soft. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to end this episode here. That's enough messed up stuff for me today. I mean, I need to... Small doses, guys. Also, I feel like the very next screen is going to be something that I'm going to need to censor, and I'm lazy, and I'm already going to have to censor enough in this, because Yo's nakedness is on display quite clearly. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. And until next time, guys, goodbye!